Without question, the most difficult league in the Go Battle League is the Open Master League. The reason for this is because there is an extreme amount of gatekeeping. In order to be successful in the Master League, you need to have yourself a ton of maxed out legendaries in your collection. Well, today I'm going to be giving you a Master League team that has been commonly used by a lot of players, and it involves not having a single legendary. I really hope you can find some success using this particular team. Alright, with that said, let's get right into it. Hey, how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula. I hope you're having a good day and welcome to today's Pokemon Go video. Okay, so there is a particular Master League team that is commonly used among a lot of players. This team is really good and it's pretty well rounded, and it is a team that consists of 0 legendaries. So a lot of players opt to use this team if they do not have the exact right Pokemon from the Master League's meta. The team consists of Dragonite, Metagross, and Excagger, and these 3 Pokemon actually work really well together. In fact, if you use this particular team, you should be able to go really far within the Master League. So real quick, let's go over each of these Pokemon in detail. Alright, first let's go over Dragonite, which is going to be the crux of this team. This Pokemon is a Dragon and Flying type Pokemon, which means it's going to have a double weakness to Ice types and a regular weakness to Dragon, Fairy, and Rock type attacks. It's also going to have double resistance to Grass and Ground type attacks, and regular resistance to Bug, Fighting, Fire, and Water type attacks. Not that it matters for PvP, but it's going to be weather boosted by windy weather. Now in terms of its base stats, it's going to have a base attack stat of 263, a base defense stat of 198, and a base stamina stat of 209. These are really good stats for Dragonite, especially when it comes to the Open Master League. It has a decent amount of defense and stamina, and a really high attack stat, which is going to allow it to be an offensive powerhouse. Now in terms of its moves, it can come with the fast attacks Dragon Tail, Dragon Breath, and Steel Wing. Out of these 3 moves, you will want to go with Dragon Breath. Now, in terms of the charge attacks that Dragonite can come with, it can come with either Hurricane, Hyper Beam, Dragon Claw, Superpower, Outrage, Draco Meteor, and Dragon Pulse. Now, out of all of these moves, Dragon Claw and Superpower is going to be the absolute best. Not only do they deal a lot of damage, but they're going to be really useful against a lot of Pokemon that you commonly see in the Master League. Next up, let's talk about Excagger. This Pokemon is a Ground and Steel type Pokemon. It has a weakness to Fighting type, Fire type, Ground type, and Water type attacks. It's also got a triple resistance to Poison type attacks, and a double resistance to Electric and Rock type attacks. It also has regular resistance to Bug, Dragon, Fairy, Flying, Normal, Psychic, and Steel type attacks. It's going to be weather boosted by sunny weather and snowy weather, but that's not going to matter for PvP. Now, in terms of its base stats, it's going to have a base attack stat of 255, a base defense stat of 129, and a base stamina stat of 242. Now, in terms of the moves that it can come with the fast attacks Mud Shot, Metal Claw, and Mud Slap. Out of these 3, Mud Shot is the clear winner, considering that it deals a good amount of damage, but it also generates an insane amount of energy. This is the one you will want to go with. The alternative is of course Mud Slap, but that move is more for fast attack DPS. Now in terms of Excagger's charge attacks, it can come with Drill Run, Iron Head, Earthquake, Rock Slide, or Scorching Sands. Out of these moves, you will want to go with Drill Run and Rock Slide. The reason why is because both of these moves deal an insane amount of damage, but they are also really good for type coverage. Finally, let's talk about Metagross. This Pokemon is a Steel and Psychic type Pokemon. It's going to have weaknesses to Dark type, Fire type, Ghost type, and Ground type attacks. It's going to have a double resistance to Poison and Psychic type attacks, and a regular resistance to Dragon, Fairy, Flying, Grass, Ice, Normal, Rock, and Steel type attacks. It's going to be weather boosted by windy weather and snowy weather. Now, in terms of its base stats, they're actually really well rounded. It has a base attack stat of 257, a base defense stat of 228, and a base stamina stat of 190. These are incredible stats for a Pokemon in the Master League. Not only is the defense stat really high, but the attack stat is decently high as well. This Pokemon truly is well-rounded when it comes to its base stats. Now in terms of its moves, it can come with the fast attacks Bullet Punch and Zen Headbutt. Bullet Punch is going to be the clear favorite when it comes to its fast attacks. Not only does it deal a lot of damage and a lot of stab damage on top of that, but it also generates a ton of energy as well. Now in terms of the charge attacks that Metagross can come with, it can come with either Earthquake, Flash Cannon, Psychic, or Meteor Mash. Meteor Mash is of course going to require an elite charge TM, considering that it is a Community Day move for Metagross. But you will want to pair it with Earthquake. Both of these moves together are going to deal a severe amount of damage against any of your opponents, and they are incredible against the Master League meta. Meteor Mash easily deals with a lot of Pokemon that are not even weak against it, and Earthquake is going to be a one-shot kill against a majority of Pokemon in the Master League meta. Alright, so what is the strategy behind this team? Well, first and foremost, you will want to open up with Dragonite. It is one of the strongest openers in the Master League right now, and by far you will be able to handle a lot of other leads. The only ones you will need to watch out for is, of course, Fairy-type Pokemon, and if you do come across those Pokemon, you should switch over to Excagger or Metagross as soon as you can. Sure, they might counter-switch to a Pokemon like Groudon, but really all you want to do is just burn down both of their shields, because both Excagger and Metagross are able to deal with Pokemon like Zacian or Xerneas or even Togekiss, so really all you want to do is get those shields down. Once you're able to do so, then you can switch over to the other Steel-type Pokemon that's in your arsenal, and you should be able to take down both of their Pokemon. It's a really nice strategy, and it seems to work most of the time, but occasionally you will come across a Pokemon team that will completely counter this team. That's okay, because it's going to be quite rare. The whole point of the Master League is about burning through their opponent's shields as quickly as possible, because every single Pokemon is a hard-hitting Pokemon. It's really an offensive-based meta, so Dragonite and Metagross are both really hard-hitting Pokemon, and Excadrill does round it out with a lot of type coverage. So basically, this team is going to be really successful no matter what, because there's a lot of Pokemon that's currently top tier in the Master League that just do not know how to handle some of these Pokemon. And the nice thing is, all three of these Pokemon are non-legendaries, and it's pretty easy to max them out. I'm pretty sure some of you already have maxed out Dragonites and Metagrosses and Excadrills in your collection, but if you do not, then these are definitely three Pokemon that you should work on. After Lugia got nerfed to the ground, it's been really difficult to find a good team, and as I searched online, I found that this team was actually really good. So I wanted to try it out for myself, and I did find a lot of success with it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts regarding this team down below in the comments. Have you actually tried out this team in the past? Is it a particular team that has given you a lot of success? Definitely share why in the comments, and let's have a great discussion. And thank you so much for making it to this point in the video. If you ended up enjoying it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And now I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You all make this channel content possible. If you want to support my channel in any way, big or small, then do consider checking out the links in the description below. For all my patrons, they get a permanent spot on my in-game friends list. So if you want to interact with me in some way within Pokemon Go, like with remote raids, then do consider joining me on Patreon. Also, if you want to support my channel non-monetarily, you could always do so by following me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula, and I'm on the following platforms. Alright, and that's going to be it. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.